In this video, we're going to look at regedit. Click Start, and in the text box, type regedit. Because it's an administrative program, we're getting prompted for UAC. Here's our registry editor. Before making any changes to the registry, the best thing to do is make a backup. Right-click Computer, click Export, and then on my desktop, I'm just going to type in full registry. Then click Save. Wait till the spinning goes away. So here's a backup of my registry. If I mess it up, I can always go back to that point. So to give us something to work with, I'm going to click on Start, MSConfig. In our last lesson, we looked at the Startup tab and we see that we have a few programs here that run at boot. We've made it so the Adobe program and Java program will not start at boot. So what I'm going to do is check these two boxes so everything is back the way it was. And I'm going to exit without restarting. So what that did was it put those two entries back in my registry. So I'm going to click Run, MSConfig again to go back into our system configuration utility. So this is divided up into several columns. The one we're interested in is this location column. This is the registry entries that start those programs when the computer boots up. This is the exact path in the registry where that entry is saved. This HKLM stands for, HKLM stands for H key local machine. You can see it over here. So we need to go to H key local machine, software, then WOW 6432 node. Software, WOW 6432 node. Then Microsoft Windows current version. Microsoft, Windows, current version. Then the last folder is Run. Scroll down here to Run. And then we can see those registry entries. One for the Adobe program and one for the Java program. So I'm going to close this out. So for these two registry entries, if I don't want them to show up in that list anymore, I'm going to right click, delete this, and delete this. Now when I go back into MSConfig, go to the Startup tab, I can see those entries are removed from my startup items. So this is a little simple way to figure out where things are is by going into MSConfig and looking at that location column. If I didn't have this, I could actually look at the program that's being run. In this case, it says MSCECES.exe. So if I didn't know where it was actually stored in the registry, I could always go to the very top of the registry and do a search of that item. Edit, then find. MSCECES.exe. It found one entry, but I know from experience that this isn't the location I'm looking for. So I'm just going to hit F3 on my keyboard. It found another instance of that. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. And this is what I'm looking for. Generally, if it's going to be something that's starting up at boot, it's most likely going to be found in the Run folder. So this is the entry that I'm looking for. So I could right click and then delete this. I can modify it if I wanted to. That's how I would remove something if I didn't know where it was in the registry. If you have a virus, a lot of times those viruses are going to be spawned from inside your registry. If that was the case, the viruses are going to make it very tricky to remove them. So what you need to do is find the name of the virus program that's running, and it's going to be some strange name. Then do a search in your registry entry till you find all the entries relating to that virus and remove them. Then reboot your computer. A lot of times you can't remove a virus while it's running. The virus creator makes it very difficult to stop the virus. The best way to stop the virus is to prevent it from running in the first place. The virus won't be running, so then you can delete it. Otherwise, it's just going to keep respawning itself into a different name, and it's kind of hard to catch. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Thank you.